So we need to stop seeing with our natural eyes and see with the eyes of God.
Yes.
What happened? Okay, so go ahead, James.
Its king and the mighty men of valor. You shall march around the city, all you men of war. You shall go around the city once. This you shall do 6 days. But it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the day and marched around the city 7 times in the same manner. On that day only they marched around the city 7 times. And the 7th time it happened, when the priests blew the trumpets, that Joshua said to the people, shout, for the Lord has given you the city.
And that's the shout. That's the shout. So he gave you this elaborate plan. Why doesn't God just do it on the first day? He does not answer prayer on the first day. Well, actually, because he's already answered it. He's already set the dominoes in motion.
Right.
We just haven't seen the end yet, but he's already seen the end.
Yes.
He makes us wait because that's what faith is all about. But he gives them this plan. I want you to march around, and they would march around and shout. There you go. And then go back. They march around, blow the trumpet, and go back. The people in Jericho were looking out at them. What are they doing? Are they crazy? Because they would just march around and they go back. What is you marching around going to do?
Come on now.
And
what's so amazing, the woman that believed was the woman that was at the front of the gate. Remember Rahab the prostitute?
Yes.
Now she believed.
Right.
She knew that they had to pass through, so she was, it's so strange that the outsiders, she said, I heard that you guys were coming, and I know you guys are going to take over Jericho. And my point is that the church had to wait, right? But then God already had that sinner person out there that knew.
Yeah, they didn't know how God was going to do it, and he doesn't always tell you how he's going to do it. He just gives you instructions for that day. That's why God was giving us today our daily bread. Tell me what to do today, Lord.
Yes.
And we're trying to get to the end. Right. Sometimes we try to get to the end too quickly. Like, we just in a hurry. Because we can see the ending. We already know what God's going to do. So we sometimes set things up too fast. Does that make sense?
Microwave.
You can overtax yourself, overburden yourself, and put yourself in debt because you taking it on too much. And God has a plan. What we need to do is just what he has for today and trust for today what we're supposed to do. And then tomorrow, tell me what to do. And then you eventually look up and go, oh, look, God took care of it all. But if you try to get there to the end too quickly, and I've seen people move into houses too quickly, put themselves in situations too quickly. And God was going to give them that house, but it was going to be a year later. It's going to be 5 years later. But when he gives it to you, it's permanent.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Because I remember that one time, right before I got married, my wife went and applied for this apartment because she's always wanted to have an ocean view. And it was this little apartment, had an ocean view, and she applied and they laughed because, you know, everybody's trying to get in there. But we'll take your venue, we'll take this, we'll take it. 10 years later, after we got married, our landlord, and we did not move in there, we moved in somewhere else, but our landlord called up and said, by the way, we are selling your apartment and turning it into a combo, so you gotta be out in a month. Like, wow. But I didn't panic. She said, well, God must know, he must have something for us.
Right.
And the next day, our phone rang, there was a message on the phone, our phone machine, that said, hi, this is the people that you contacted 10 years ago. We've saved your application. And this apartment is ready for you if you want to move in.
Wow.
So she thought I had called them, and I thought she had called them, but they just saved it for 10 years because God was waiting for the day when we have to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
They called us, and that apartment that she had 10 years in advance tried to move into was now ready for us because there's a timing for things.
Yeah.
But we could have 10 years earlier taken our gun and forced those people to make us move in, and we'd have all kinds of trouble. But at the time that we were finally ready to move in, we were making enough money, we could afford it, and it all worked out.
Yes, sir. Now you got OCD.
Because for 10 years, man, don't you get. So God works things out in His time. In His time, but you can go ahead of it, and that's what we do. We just gotta slow ourselves down. Okay, so he says, shout, for the Lord has given you the city, and even though nothing had changed, they were shouting. So that's why we sing that song, don't wait till the battle is over, shout now. Right. You already know that the battle's already done. So if we could shout now, I was in a situation, and most people do not know this, but I was involved in a $1 million lawsuit that someone served on me.
Right.
Most people don't. And when I found out about it, I was at home. That wow, I sure don't have $1 million, and I sure am innocent of what I'm being accused of. But they've got high-powered lawyers, and I don't got nothing. But I felt led to walk around my coffee table 7 times.
There you go. Come on.
I walked around the coffee table 7 times, and then I shouted all day.
Now, that's right. That's right.
This is in January.
Yes, sir.
December 28th, when the trial came up, they called that morning and said, it's over. Don't worry about it. You have to show up. It's all taken care of. I never had to testify. All the charges you dropped, I didn't do a thing other than walk around my coffee table 7 times and shout.
Right.
So I shouted in January, even though the victory didn't come till December.
Yeah,
Shouted in
some of
January,
that.
and it was done because God sees the end from the beginning. It's already taken. Shout! I've already given you the city, and there's many things in our lives that we need to be shouting for now, even though we don't have them yet. God has already given them to us. Why are we waiting to shout until you actually see it? Peter's going to be at the door. You're going to shut him out because you're not. We need to believe that God is doing something before it happens.
That's why it's so important to praise Him, especially in times of tribulation.
There you go.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Thank
praise
you.
Him. Right.
Yeah, I said that
Because
before.
there's no reason to wait. There's no reason to wait.
Hey.
So even though nothing had happened, He says, shout. I've given you the city. Yes,
Can't
sir.
we just as a church believe that and embrace that and just believe that? If you just pull the belief valve for everybody in the room,
Right.
you just say whatever it was, it's go past, don't worry about it, go work together for the good. That's what you just said, right?
Yes.
Right, so whatever
Yes.
our cares are, we still hold them. So there's a problem with us letting it go
Oh, yeah.
versus God has already done it.
Right.
That's the issue to me. My wife told me the other day, she was saying, this is rededication, I guess I'm gonna tell it anyway. Well, she's getting baptized again today, right? And she said, I'm already saved, I just wanna do a new because I'm a new. So I'm learning not to say nothing. So I just stood there, that was in the mirror. And she said, wow, 10 years ago, I would have done that. I had a battle with it even to do that then. And I said, but old things passed away.
Yes, sir.
I said, this is the new woman.
Yeah,
Right.
some of that.
That we met by the well that day when you was hollering and screaming.
Come on,
You were
Pastor.
rigid.
Come on.
And she came from a Jewish Orthodox church.
Right.
So it was Old Testament with no grace.
Right.
And that's why she was learned. And her father was the Old Testament that had no grace.
Right.
So I said, circumstances have changed you. So now you've been broken. So now this is not the lady that we met 10, 15, 16, 17 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And she started crying. She said, you know what? I'm a new person.
That's
I
right.
said, so okay, so she got better. The illness is going away so fast.
Right.
Right. She's writing this book. She got about 900 pages.
And see, and
All these great
why
things
did
that
God
happen.
do that on the first day?
I wish he
But
would
He
have.
did. See, in the spirit realm, He
All of us
did it.
learn. We all
But
learn.
there's always stuff that we have to go through.
16 years.
But he did it on the first day. He set the domino in motion on the first
It was
day.
already done,
It
yeah.
just takes time for it to
Well, that's
happen
the
done.
difference. Come on.
So we should have been shouting 16 years ago.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Because you can't, even though we don't see the deliverance yet, even though we don't see the ending
Right.
yet,
People think that those
He's
work.
already done it. Shout!
Yes.
I've given you the city.
Yes, Lord.
I've already delivered you. Eat the bread with
Yes.
your sandals on and your belt on, ready to go.
Better come
And
on.
it's that kind
I'm
of
going somewhere.
faith. That's actual
Don't
faith.
ever say I'm going
Because
somewhere.
we don't want Peter to
Think
show
for
up
it.
at the door and we shut the door in his face.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the wrong kind of faith.
The DVD.
Does that make sense? We're just praying to pray.
Come on.
And
Come
then when
on.
the answer comes, we don't even let it in. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The first time I read the Revelation,
Uh-huh.
what's the main point?
You had the same shirt on.
God says praise all the time. And I wasn't sure, and I got it. I thought the main point of it was give God thanks and praise all the time.
Yes.
And then a few months later, I went to a Bible study about Revelation.
Uh-huh.
And the main point of Revelation is give God thanks and praise at all times, you know.
See?
And that's true, but it says, you praise it now, no matter what.
No matter what, you're in prison, sleep. Because you know his deliverance is coming, whatever that looks like.
Come on.
You don't know what he's gonna do, but you know he's gonna do something.
Yeah.
Because he's not
gonna work
sleeping.
out.
He's on the job. He knows what's going on.
Oh,
So if you're in his will,
Got a situation.
if you're doing what he wants to do, you can relax. He's going to take care of it.
Come on.
Not when we want him to, but he's going to take care of it.
Yeah.
On time.
Right, right. So it was 7 days.
Come on.
It was 7. But in God's eyes,
Yeah.
that was taken care of
It's
16
already
years
done.
ago.
Yeah.
We're just now seeing the manifestation. We finally are seeing the last domino fall.
Right.
But he set those in motion a long time ago. He set it in motion a long time ago. So we just have to decide, are we gonna stress out, both of us stand up, because he said, you're in vain. Why?
Right.
Are we all gonna stay up and worry? You know, I'm not, God's on the job, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, some of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, verse 20, and it happened.
Yeah.
And it happened when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, and the wall fell down flat.
So that's when the wall fell down. When they shouted, then the wall fell down flat. But it was happening. God was loosening the ground every time they marched around.
What was he doing?
Every time they walked around, he was coming loose, he was coming loose, he was coming loose.
Right.
Keep
Come on.
marching, keep walking around, keep doing what he wants to do, because it's coming loose.
Keep
It's
going.
coming loose.
Keep
Whatever
going.
that prison is, whatever that wall is, whatever that situation is, it's coming loose.
Break it
It's coming
down.
loose.
Break it
So,
down.
And then when they finally shouted,
Yeah.
the wall fell down.
Yeah.
But God didn't knock down that wall in the first
Yeah,
place.
he did.
They just saw the manifestation of it on the seventh.
Yeah.
What he do?
Okay,
Yes, he
so
will.
Hebrews 11:5.
When he will.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe
Two
that
things.
he is,
He is.
and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Right, so there's three components of this. You have to believe that there is a God.
Yes, sir. Now.
And so if you believe there really is a God, that changes how you act.
Right. You know he's there. That's right.
Now, he's not the man who lives in the pulpit. Because the man who lives in the pulpit only makes you holy when you're in the pulpit.
Right.
And in the parking lot, you can act up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But you have to believe that there's an actual God.
Right.
Which is different than the man who lives in the pulpit.
Yes.
Uh-uh.
Yes, sir.
Because he's also in the bathroom when you're smoking.
Yeah.
But not just in the pulpit. So you have to first believe that that there's a God who controls everything. Everything.
Yeah, some of
And
that.
he actually rewards those who diligently seek things.
Yeah.
Who diligently seek things.
No,
Who diligently seek him.
Him.
Who?
Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then all these things will be added to you.
That's
So you
all.
gotta be seeking him.
Yeah.
Too much, often we're seeking deliverance, we're seeking money, we're seeking everything else, and not just, instead of him.
Yeah.
Just seek him. When you get in your situation, you gotta just, I just have more of God. I just want more of Jesus. I just want him. The more you're seeking him, then the things get taken care of. You don't have to worry about the things, right?
That's right. That's right.
You don't have to worry about the things. So that's why Peter was sleeping. He already had him. He already had him. Okay, so 1 John 5:14 through 15.
Now, this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us.
Okay, I will talk to. So if we ask anything according to his will, he will hear that prayer. So the opposite must be true. If it's not according to his will, he's not hearing it.
Yeah.
So if we ask anything according to his will, first of all, we know the word. We read the Bible.
Yeah.
We're pretty clear what his will is. And his will is not for you to stab that person in the heart because they took your parking space.
That's right.
You probably don't see that in the Bible anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
So if you just study the Bible, we know a lot of his will already. All right, his will is for us to forgive. His Bible also, and when you stand praying, forgive. So we have to forgive because Jesus said that part. You might want to skip over it. But if you have aught against your brother, you need to go to him first.
Right.
If your brother has aught against you, you need to go to him first.
Right.
He always puts it on you.
Right.
Well, he never said nothing to me. Well, sorry. I'm not answering either one of your
That's right.
prayers, the Bible said.
Come on.
You need to go to that person.
That's right.
So we're pretty clear on what the will is. If we just read the Bible, we don't have to, well, I don't know his will. Well, lots of it we do. But in certain situations, whether I should take this job or that job, that may not be in the Bible. So I gotta pray. Lord, what do you want?
That's right.
Because there's a job that we want, and then there's a job that God's gonna give us. And then we'll find out later, once we get to that job, oh, that's why God gave me this one instead of that one that made more money. Because this has more opportunity, this has more advancement, this has more ministry. Later on, when I'm doing this, we'll find out later. They used to sing, we'll understand it better by and by. It's like, why are they singing that? Well, I guess it's true.
Yeah.
So if we are, instead of imposing our will and telling God what to give us, but putting ourselves in accordance with him, Lord, what is your will? Which job do you want me to have? Which person do you want? What do you want me to do? Then if we're praying his will, okay, Lord, I really feel like I understand what you want. Then we know that he hears us because we first said, thy will be done. We go on to the next part of it, young lady.
And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have petitions that we have asked.
So if we know that he hears us, because we're asking according to his will, whatever we ask, we know that we might get the petitions. No, we know that we have, which is past tense. You already have it. There's a lot of past tense in the Bible.
Come on.
Behold, I have given you the city, and you don't see it yet. But he said, you have it. You may not see it.
I have
I've
delivered.
already deposited it into your account. It's already there. You can draw on it later. I didn't give it to you. I put it in that heavenly bank account, but it's already there.
Yeah.
So you know, and we got to have faith like that.
Yeah.
Where
That's right.
it's mine, I have it. I have it.
Yeah.
And I remember Ezel would walk around. I know that God has that new heart for me. Like he had it. He was waiting for it. Did he? I'll just make something up.
That's all right.
Whatever, but he knew that he had it. Whatever it was.
There you go.
He was just waiting for it. Now he ran here and there thinking he had to make it happen.
Yeah, he tried.
Right? And that's so God to make it right in his backyard. God's like, all that we go through to try to make God's will happen. See how we are? Okay, I need to help God because God is getting closer. So let me go closer to where the kidney might be, and we just go through all that, and we all do that, trying to help God out. But if you would just be still and know that I'm God, means you're not.
Yeah, some of that.
So you can realize, I'm not God, God's God. When I let go of control of the university, it was the best day of my life.
Right.
When I said I don't have to control everything.
That right.
I would step aside and let God control everything. I thought I had to control everything. But when I let that go, I was able to sleep. I was able to sleep. Yes, sir.
And I think that we have two issues.
Uh-huh.
One issue is being submissive and knowing the voice of God.
Yes.
And then the other, sometimes he says go. Sometimes he does say go.
Yes.
And then sometimes he says no.
Right.
So we have to be able to differentiate when he says stop and when he says go.
Exactly.
So like the game I play with my grandkids, Simon Says.
See?
When I want them to be quiet, I
Jesus
said, let's
said.
bring Simon to say it. Simon said, be quiet.
Exactly.
And probably that ain't fair. I said, Simon didn't say that.
If God didn't say it,
Right,
move.
right.
God's always playing
Don't
Simon Says.
right.
And God says it.
Yeah.
And that's how you can lose when Simon says. If you move and Simon didn't say it, you're lost.
There you go.
That's a conversation about
I'm
what
gonna
God
post that on
didn't say
Facebook
it.
tomorrow.
But sometimes God
Jesus
says
says.
go. So I'm not saying never go.
Yeah.
I'm saying let's find out what his will is
Yes.
first, instead of telling him what his will is or what we've already decided. Because we have too many business meetings where we decide what God's will is, and then we pray again for God to bless it. We should pray for the whole business meeting, find out what his will is,
Don't have it.
and do the opposite. Instead of arguing
7
all
X.
this time,
Yeah.
and then
So I'm
well,
gonna
we've
get 7
decided
X.
that it's gonna, be this and this. Lord bless it. He says, I don't hear you unless it's my will. We know, here's the confidence. If we pray according to his will, he hears us.
Yeah.
But he doesn't hear it if it's our will. Well, I don't hear that. I just hear this. Right. So we need to find out what his will is, whether it's to go or to stay,
Yeah.
and then believe it, then act on it, and then you know it will happen. So, and then we know what will happen this week. Asking, let's read Mark 11:24.
Therefore I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them.
When are you supposed to believe you've received them?
When you
When
pray.
you pray. Not after the prayer is over, not when you get home, not once you see the manifestation, not once the doctor gives the okay. When you pray, believe you've received it. Amen. Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes it can't go the other way, it already happened when you know it.
Right.
Why did it happen? So if we like the prayer, you already went through, and then you already knew that, wake up and say, well,
So you're
it didn't
yeah.
happen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yeah. Well,
Well,
that's what was happening with the
Amazing
people.
grace.
God had already answered, they didn't even realize.
I know what you have.
You're totally right.
Before we even ask, he tells us he only knows even before we ask.
He knows about it.
He only started it.
There's a whole bunch of stuff he's
Right.
already taken care of.
I think it's a miracle. when he said it.
Oh, yes, sir.
I think that sometimes the fact that we don't accept that it already happened,
Uh-huh.
we pray for it, so we kind of like, I guess, behind it,
Yes.
like, God already moved on it,
Yes.
so we're not accepting that fact. So we need to get off all of that and just
That's right.
accept what we already did.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That was good. Well, that was final word. Okay, so when you pray, believe you receive them and you'll have them.
Right.
So back in Acts chapter 12, verse 16, the church had been praying. They've been praying.
You're not.
Read someone read Acts chapter 12, verse 16.
I can't.
Now, when they opened the door and saw him, they were
They were astonished. What?
What?
What are you doing here? Weren't you praying that God? Didn't you say, Lord, go to the heaven? They didn't believe it was going to happen.
Man down.
That's the church. We should not be astonished when God is answering prayer. If that's what we were praying for, we should. But we need to get to the point where we're seeking His will first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of that.
And then once we feel that we have His will, that we believe it,
Yeah.
whether you see the manifestation for it at that time or not, you have it. That house is mine. That this is mine. That job is mine. Whatever it is that you have for me, I know it's out there for me. You have it for me. So I'm shouting now. I'm excited now. Because I believe that it's there. Just call it.
No, I'm just shouting.
She having a
Shout,
moment.
shout.
She having a moment.
Now, you got it. You got it. You got it. You always need to shout. Because we got it.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
There will be some testimony. There will be some testimony. There will be some testimony. You just anointed.
That's her. That's walking, doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
God's anointing is on you.
Yeah.
God's anointing is on you.
Yeah.
anointing is on you.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're supposed to do about it, but God, I don't want you to
Come on.
start praying for people. I don't know what it is, but you are
Yeah.
an anointed woman who's given to dedicated her
That's
life
right.
to the Lord. And I just have to tell you, just know
Yeah.
God's anointing is on you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lord, yes, Lord.
Anointing's not on everybody. I just have to let her know. Pastor, you pastor. Should we pray? What we should?
I'm glad.
Thank you, Lord.
Can't put it in the oven a long time, it's about to burn up.
Yes.
You know, if you leave it too long, you lose some of your juices.
Amen.
You know, Father God, we thank you for this manifestation of your spirit. We ask, oh God, that you would canvass this house, canvass this room, in whatever the desires are of these our people. We pray that you would move by your spirit.
Yes.
Lift us to a level where we can see you
Yes.
on another level and see you, oh God, being our God and our leader and our protector. Every fear is gone. Every pain is gone.
Yes,
Every
Lord.
anguish is gone.
Yes, sir.
Every doubt is gone.
Yes, sir.
Everything
Yes,
we
Lord.
need is coming in.
Yes.
And oh God, we don't have to pick a Cadillac. We don't have to pick a Rolls Royce. But put us in a place where whatever you supply our need,
Yes.
that will be glory. That will give you the glory.
Yes.
Oh God, we just thank you for all of what you're going to do. And that's what's yet already done.
Yes.
This we ask in Jesus' name.
Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.